Chelsea start our campaign with a trip to Super Frank's Goodison Park to face Everton, who are absent of the goal scorer in the previous fixture in Richarlison. Although we aren't facing him this week, you've got to think we're going to see a glimpse of him when we play Tottenham on the 14th. And whilst last time definitely didn't go to plan, if we had one at all, the Blues are back in action somewhat after a suddenly eventful transfer window that has seemingly been on forever and continues to go on and on and on. Sterling, Koulibaly, Chukwuemeka. I would say all the potential signings, but with the exception of Sterling and Koulibaly, all the remaining potential signings have ended up elsewhere. God knows where they've gone. Outs, very little in terms of our previous star power last season, with the exception, of course, Rudiger, and if you want to count Christensen. However, many could be gone by the end of the window, with the likes of Werner, Ziyech, Pulisic all looking for a way out. Now for this match, without being too stat heavy, because of course it's subjective, I will on this occasion say that to many of us, it was evident that as much as any other game, that had we had a number 9 on the pitch, we could and should have won the game last time around. And then of course comes the, you coulda, shoulda, woulda, but let's not forget, okay, a 1-0 defeat to an absolute stinker of a Toffee side coming into that matchup, who had won just 4 Premier League matches in their 26 prior to our visit to the blue half of Merseyside. But hey, listen, that was then. This is now, which is the point. We need to leave last season behind us and look ever forward to the next game and the next game, instead of the mentality of the last and form. And whilst that can all mean something for a little while, ultimately it comes down to the mentality of everyone involved, to be honest with you, to get the potential from the players. And if the fans, whether at the game or on Twitter, which is a complete mess, to be honest with you, the players will reflect the mood tenfold. And whilst we haven't won away to the Toffee since 2017, it's a better time than ever to rectify that stat and beat not only a team that we should have won against in the back end of last season, making the final days of the season at least a little easier on us fans, to not allow our previous gaffer to go back to back against our current gaffer. A wise man once said, we need the minerals. The minerals are needed for a game such as this. Now, my prediction for this game, honestly, it could go any way. We know it can. If anything like last season's to go off of, there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, there's going to be stupidity from someone at some point. It's going to be frustrating, I have no doubt. The early stages of the season is the time where we can fully work out where we are as a team. I know that's what pre-season's for, but our pre-season it's a little bit distorted. If we're being completely honest, it's not a true reflection, I hope, of what the season's going to be like for the Blues. But my prediction for the game against Everton is 2-1 to Chelsea. Again, I don't think it's going to be pretty, and I don't think it's going to be decisive. Not even to be negative, but it's just what we have to work on with so far. I still think we're going to win. Put it that way, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And I'll leave you with this. Whether we're having it right or getting it wrong, we as Chelsea fans must stick together and back the manager, Thomas Tuchel. He's done so much for the club and will do so much more as long as we, the fans, support him through thick, through thin, through all the good, all the bad that can come Chelsea's way. And as Chelsea fans, by now, you should know there's plenty of both. We've gone through everything. Best unmute myself. What a start. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to a fresh, everything's fresh, everything's so clean. Who liked the little the preview at the start of the stream? I put a lot of effort into that. So if you are looking for more previews like that, obviously they come along on Chelsea Fan TV. But if you are looking for more of that sort of stuff, then be sure to follow myself on any of my own social media profiles. The previews themselves come out on Chelsea Fans XI over on YouTube, but of course, all other platforms, there is content in abundance over there. But enough of that. We're going to get strapped in, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a whole season ahead of ourselves now. And I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't usually get nervous doing these things. I'm more nervous for the game than I am for this. But okay, obviously, the new set, everything, get that out of the way. A new bit of design work on there as well. But enough of that. Hello and welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV for the opening game of the season for Chelsea Football Club as we prepare to get ourselves stuck into yet another year of highs, lows, surprises, and much, much more. Before we get started, feel free to get your predictions in. I'll be sure to get those up on the screen during the build-up, of which there's still just under half an hour to go, rather, before the game commences. But also, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you are alerted of every single piece of upcoming content we bring you throughout the season. Chelsea travelled to Merseyside to face Everton at Goodison Park following the signing of one Mark Goldbridge, who starts today's match on the bench just a little over 24 hours after the club announced him. The Blues come into the match unbeaten in their previous 4 Premier League matches, with the last defeat coming against Everton at Goodison Park just 3 months and 5 days ago. Everton, on the other hand, finished their campaign with a loss away to Arsenal, who recorded their first victory of the new season last night against Crystal Palace. Head-to-head, Everton have won each of their last 4 Premier League home games against Chelsea, their best run in this league fixture since winning 7 in a row between 1923 and 1935. Those wins have come under 4 different managers: Marco Silva, Duncan Ferguson, Carlo Ancelotti, and now Frank Lampard, who can make it 2 in a row here today. Chelsea's run of 4 consecutive defeats at Everton is our longest losing streak away to a current Premier League side, and we have only won 3 of our last 14 Premier League visits at Goodison Park, drawing 2 and losing 9. For Chelsea, Chelsea were top of the Premier League table after 14 matches of last season, 1 point ahead of Manchester City, who of course went on to win the league, and 2 points clear of Liverpool. The Blues went on to finish third, 19 points behind the Citizens and 18 points adrift of the Reds. Only Manchester United have won their opening match of a Premier League season more times than Chelsea's 19. Chelsea have lost just 4 of their previous 28 Premier League games away from home under Thomas Tuchel, winning 18 and drawing 6, with all of those defeats coming by a margin of just 1 goal. Goodison Park was one of only 3 venues Chelsea lost a Premier League match away from home at last season, winning 12, drawing 4. The Blues were also beaten at the London Stadium and the Etihad. We conceded 11 Premier League goals away from home, a joint league low alongside Manchester City. And finally, in regards to Chelsea, new signing Raheem Sterling is one of 10 players to have scored a hat-trick on the opening weekend of a Premier League campaign, doing so against West Ham in the 2019-2020 season. Before we go back to any of that, we are, of course, going to look at the starting lineup. But before we do that, of course, we are going to look at some more score predictions. Caleb said it's going to be 3-1 to Chelsea. Sangam seems to think that De Jong is next in the lineup of new signings for Chelsea. YRG president says it's going to be 4-0 to Chelsea and top of the league. So we would need to win by at least 4 goals before we think about going top. But as I said, we are going to look at the starting 11s for today's sides and new graphics once again. Let me know what you think. More or less the same, but again, a little bit more snazzy. Mendy in goal. Azpilicueta is the skipper for the Blues today, and Thiago Silva maintains his central defensive duties on the pitch for Chelsea as new signing Koulibaly makes his way as that left centre back. James is on the right wing back and is joined on the left-hand side by none other than Ben Chilwell, who returns to the squad. Cucurella was touted to supposedly be playing or at least starting today. You can imagine, you can probably see him playing at some point or another in this game, especially if Chilwell starts to show some sort of slowing down at any point in the game. Kante and Jorginho in the middle of the field, and Mount is joined by another new signing in Raheem Sterling. Again, we said he scored a hat trick on the opening, the opening game of the season in the 19/20 season against West Ham when he was at Manchester City. Havertz, the lead man for the Blues. Kepa, Cucurella, as we said, Chalobah, Gallagher, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Ziyech, and Armando Broja is on the bench, despite, of course, worries that he was not going to be fit for today's game. And before we go into the Everton lineup, Everton took 10 points out of a possible 18 in their final 6 league matches last season to finish 16th and maintain their top flight status after a bit of a tricky season, to say the least. This is their 69th consecutive season in top flight, and a run that began in the 1954/55 season. Only Arsenal, with 97 consecutive seasons, are a longer unbeaten streak. The Toffees set club Premier League records for the most defeats in a 38-game campaign, 21 losses, and most goals conceded, which was 66 last season. They amassed 29 of their 39 Premier League points last season at Goodison Park. Everton are unbeaten in their opening Premier League match in the last 10 seasons, winning 4, drawing 6, the longest ongoing run in the top flight. And finally, their manager, as we know very, very well, Frank Lampard, could become the first manager to win consecutive Premier League games against Chelsea, having previously managed them. There you go. The blue side of London visits the blue side of Mersey on the opening game of the season. Can Chelsea register a victory against the Toffees for the first time in over 5 years, or will Everton go back-to-back against the Blues for the first time in 11 years? All your Chelsea news, coverage, stats, facts, and much more all season long. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to stay updated on all things Chelsea, brought to you by Chelsea Fan TV. Up next, the Everton lineup and a bit more in-depth analysis on the Chelsea lineup, of course. But there you go. As you could see, Mr. Frankie Lampard himself and the lineup. They are missing quite a few players, to say the least. We'll go into that very, very shortly. Pickford in goal. He is the skipper for them. Patterson, Tarkowski, Mina. Hopefully won't be getting into any more scuffles with Kai Havertz, as we remember for the last game. Godfrey, Mikolenko is the back 5 for the Toffees here today. The middle 4, Gray, Decore, Iwobi, and McNeil all support Gordon up front. Begovic, Holgate, Keane, Allen, Dele Alli, Bamin, Vinegar, Warrington, and Mills on the bench for the Toffees. And as you can, I'll just go into a little bit more. Everton forward Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is a miss here today. With he's out for at least the next 6 weeks after picking up a freak knee injury in training on Tuesday. Seamus Coleman is also out, while Solomon Rondon is suspended following his red card against Brentford last season. And as we said already, Yerry Mina is available for the club. Going into some of the facts for today's match. As you can see, 2 wins for Everton in the last 4 head-to-head, 1 draw and 1 win for Chelsea. Everton have won their last 4 matches against Chelsea in all competitions, and the Toffees kept a clean sheet in 5 of their last 7 matches against Chelsea in all competitions. A little bit more specifically with the players, the missing 4, Everton: Townsend, Coleman, Calvert-Lewin, Davies, Gomez and Rondon out suspended. Only Manchester United have won their opening match of the Premier League season more times than Chelsea. We've said this already. 19. Can you believe it? Chelsea's last victory at Goodison Park came in 2017 as the Blues netted 3 second-half goals, and our one and only missing player through injury is one Timo Werner, who probably isn't injured. He's looking for the off-ski. Comparisons-wise, Everton versus Chelsea. This is the stats for last season in all competitions. Chelsea taking place in 61 competitions, all in all, 61 matches to Everton's 44. And, well, I mean, look at the win difference really shows the stark difference in quality between the clubs last season. But Everton getting the better of them towards the end of the season. 15 wins for the Toffees, 39 for Chelsea. 23 losses for Everton, 10 for Chelsea. And near enough, I think, off the top of my head, that is well over double the goals scored from Chelsea to Everton's 56. Goals conceded, 76 to Chelsea's 49. 11 goals conceded in the Premier League last season, joining Manchester City's record, as we said already. And the star man for today, or the focus player here, is one Kalidou Koulibaly. And again, all competitions last season. This is for him, Napoli, Senegal, 34 games played, nearly 3,000 minutes played, and averaging a 1.5 tackles per game, 1.1 fouls per game, 2.9 clearances per game, and an average rating of 7.09. A quick reminder of the upcoming fixtures. Of course, we start here at Goodison Park, but a big one is on the horizon. Next Sunday, Tottenham at Stamford Bridge, the Battle of the Bridge, once again on the 14th of August. As I said, 4:30 kickoff UK time, 4 o'clock stream starts here on Chelsea Fan TV. Then it's off to Leeds, back to Stamford Bridge to face Leicester, and then to St Mary's to face Southampton. Just a quick reminder again, feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And if you wish to follow myself on any of my own social media profiles, Chelsea Fans XI is, of course, the place to go. And if you are just tuning in, again, of course, have a look at the starting 11 for Chelsea here. Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, James and Chilwell. On the outside of Kante and Jorginho, Mason Mount and Raheem Sterling support Kai Havertz up front, which, of course, he's not been given too much praise. He's not the out-and-out number 9 that we've all obviously... do we need a number 9? That's the question I'm asking you. Do we need an out-and-out number 9, or do we give it a couple of games to see how we function with a false number 9? We did that for pretty much the entire season last season, with Lukaku being of little to no use in the grand scheme of things. And another question is, Liverpool struggling against Fulham, do we need to worry? There's a lot of questions that are going to be answered at some point in this game. The new kit as well, new away kit for Chelsea. It's not coming out until August 31st, which I think is a little bit weird. We need Lukaku. We need a number 9. More fluid with a false number 9. Sam says no number 9. We should just try to buy Mitrovic. I literally said this earlier on today. After seeing, listen, everyone was saying Mitrovic was not going to, hack it in the Premier League. Listen, first game against Liverpool back in the Premier League, he's bagged a brace, albeit they drew in the end. He's won an absolute peach of a penalty, scored it 2, and sent Van Dijk for a hot dog, all in one package. I mean, Mitrovic, Do is it another sort of Giroud system where we get him just as a player that comes in and out, where from time to time? We'll have to wait and see. Reece James currently warming up. Good to see him back. Obviously, he was back towards the end of the last season. Ben Chilwell on the other side as well. Of course, he was not fit for the majority of last season. So hopefully he can have a fully fit season for the Blues without any sort of issues. But of course, Cucurella has been bought for that exact reason in case he gets injured. So we'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. The way Mitrovic played against Liverpool today, he's even better than Havertz up front, says E-Rock. I mean, it's only one game. It's only one game so far. We'll have to wait and see exactly how Havertz fares up front there. Bear in mind, we struggled. We did struggle. We didn't really. We struggled to actually get the ball in the back of the net in the game. But if you look at the stats for that game, I mean, I went through it in the preview video that I showed at the beginning. They've won fucking four games prior to our visit to Goodison Park last season in their last 26. So it was a bit. I hope it's a bit of a freak result in that regard. A mistake from Azpilicueta leading to the goal. Listen. We've got a new team, new players, a new system, hopefully, to some degree. We'll have to wait and see. Again, it's the first game of the season. As I said in the preview video at the beginning of the stream, that Chelsea pre-season, a bit distorted, if we're being completely honest. It's not a fair reflection, hopefully, is what I said. Again, just over 10 minutes to go until the beginning of the season for Chelsea. Again, get your predictions in. A lot of people saying give Brozier a chance. We shouldn't even need the likes of Mitrovic because we have Brozier on the bench. We've kept him for a reason. There was obviously speculation and all sorts of rumours as to him leaving, potentially going to Everton and Newcastle and a whole bunch of other teams. Real Madrid showing some interest at some point. But he's here. He's a Chelsea player, at least for now. There's still a month to go in the transfer window, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But as for now, Brozier remains at Chelsea. Arsenal win, Spurs win, 3 points today, or go into the game against Spurs with the risk of a 6-point gap. They are already looking good under Conte. They did last season, a few blips here and there, but they were trying to, get a hold of themselves. But as you said, we're playing Spurs next Sunday. We need to win here today. If we can't win here today, then I fear that we are in a little bit of trouble. Just a little bit of trouble. From a City fan, wishing Raheem all the best. Shedders. I'm sure he would thank you if he saw that comment. New team, new season, new Chelsea. Exactly that. And on that note, again, for those of you that are just dropping in, another quick look at the starting 11. And I mean, realistically, not a lot has changed from the last season. There's literally 2 new players in that side. Almost certainly you could say that Chilwell on that left-hand side is another new signing because we didn't have him all of last season. So obviously Koulibaly and Sterling, the 2 new boys in the side. But again, I would honestly class Chilwell as a new signing because, like I said, he's not played all of last season for the most part. Same attack. Cucurella, Brozier and Gallagher will definitely come on, says Zizi. No Lukaku. Timo not on the bench. Any news? My guess, completely being honest, I don't think Timo Werner is injured. Again, this is speculation to the highest degree, but honestly, I would say that what was I saying? Timo Werner is looking for a way out. He's already said he'd take at least a 50% cut in his salary to return to Leipzig. So again, you've got to think he's for the Oski. He's leaving at the very least on loan. Spurs next Sunday. Best get a grip, sharpish. Good to see. I mean, yeah, if you're basing it off of pre-season, then we need to get a grip. But I mean, the game hasn't even started. the game hasn't even started. We paid too much for Cucurella. I agree. 60 million for this, Donny, is a little bit bizarre. As good as he supposedly is, I'm not buying that he's £60 million player. When you think of the other players we've got for cheaper, it's a strange one. Werner can leave. His time is up. Listen, if you followed me streaming last season for Chelsea Fan TV, and even before then, it never worked for Timo Werner. You've got to love him as a person. He means well. He tried. It's just not for him. It's just not for him. 80 million for Fofana, I honestly think is a little bit too much as well. I think relax. Obviously, in the pipeline, we've still got the likes of, I guess, De Jong, Fofana, and other such players, as we said. But for now, what's your opinion on what Neville said about Boehly, how he's playing Football Manager? Listen, he can fuck off. Simply put, Gary Neville is jealous. It's as clear as day that we if all goes to plan, listen, in 10 years' time, we'll make a more educated analysis on the situation between Todd Boehly and the club, because it is only his first season in charge. So, of course, he's going to be splashing the cash. The Glazers and that, I'm not sure if they did. But I think he's jealous. They've been going for De Jong for the last 2 months. And according to Harry Redknapp, it'll just like that. De Jong wants to come to Chelsea. I think he's just jealous. I think he doesn't know what to make of it. He's jealous that we've got American owners that actually know how to spend money. They know how to get deals done without necessarily the pull power of the name Manchester United, if you know what I mean. But not to say that Chelsea don't have pull power. Jealous of us having American owners that have the cojones to actually go out there and buy players. They know he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not going to say that he knows what he's doing. It still remains to be seen. But the players in general, of course, Tuchel has briefed Todd Boehly on, I want these players. The likes of Ronaldo and other players who are like high profile signings, of course, Todd Boehly still wants. But we haven't seen any clashing of heads between Todd Boehly and Tuchel yet, because if Todd wanted a high-profile player that badly, we would have Ronaldo already. Obviously, depending on what Manchester United have to say about that. But I reckon a year's loan for Ronaldo is more than doable. I reckon it's more than doable. Anyway, 5 minutes to go until the beginning of the game. We will go through the starting 11s one more time, but very quickly, the live scores, the scores around the grounds that have happened earlier on today. Fulham 2, Liverpool 2 in the early kickoff. Bournemouth 2-0 against Aston Villa. I think these are correct. I mean, the games are finished. Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 0, Leeds 2, Wolves 1, Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0, and Tottenham Hotspur 4, Southampton 1. Not necessarily the most impressive of victories on the face of it, but with us playing them, albeit at home, which could mean something. Last season at home didn't mean anything at all. If anything, playing away from home would benefit us more if we're going off of the form last season. But again, we do have Tottenham next week. So again, feel free to tune in next week. If you were wondering why the Twitch stream isn't up, there are some technical difficulties with connection. I've got good internet. I don't know why it can't stream with, but it seems to have an effect on this stream, and this is the priority stream, so the quality needs to be good. And so Twitch is gone for the near foreseeable, to say the least. Danny Pocock, £2 donation. Thank you very much. Good to see you back, Harry. Good to see you all back as well. Not quite the amount of viewers that there were during the preseason. I think it might have something to do with my face on the thumbnail. And they're thinking, who the fuck is that? But you'll get to know. I was here all last season, for Christ's sake. But again, Danny Pocock, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for the well wishes. Let's get this first 3 points out the way. The players in the tunnel as we speak. And don't even get me started on Barcelona. But Danny, thank you so much. Would you want Aubameyang? I don't think so, personally. Again, though, when you look at what the previous Arsenal players have come to Chelsea, it has almost certainly ended well for every single player that has come to Chelsea. Emmanuel Petit, William Gallas, Fabregas, Ashley Cole, Giroud, the list goes on. And I'm fairly sure every single former Arsenal player that has joined Chelsea at some point or another has come away with the goods at some point or another. One last look at the starting 11. The players are coming out for the first game of the season for either side. Chelsea take on Everton at Goodison Park in front of what looks like a packed crowd. But as you can see, Mendy in goal in this 3-4-3 formation. As Piliqueta is the skipper here today. Thiago Silva and Koulibaly, the back three. James and Chilwell are the wing back options. Kante and Jorginho in the middle with Mason Mount, Raheem Sterling and Kai Havertz, the front three. Kepa, new signing Cucurella. Chalobah Gallagher returns to the club after a loan spell at Crystal Palace. They sorely missed him yesterday. That is for sure. Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Ziyech, and Armando Broja in the starting, well, not the starting 11, but in the sub bench rather for the club. 5 substitutes available this season. Don't forget. Fix my mic. It's doing it again, isn't it? Fuck's sake. I'm gutted. I'm truly gutted. I don't know why this is doing this. But there you go. There you go. It's doing my tits in. It's fucking Streamlabs, I'm telling you. Let me listen. It's so shit. It's so shit. I sound like a mice. All right, I'm going to try and stay on this page as much as possible. I'm sweating my tits off. Bloody YouTube dropped me from you. It's starting to make me Hulk. It's fine now, DOS. Okay, good. We're going to stay on this page for now. Oh, my God. It's so hot in here. There's very, very little ventilation. Both teams, as you can see, either side, as usual, a little bit of a change in the in regards to the design, a little bit more snazzy to join the very, very snazzy background, of which I'm going to change the color a little bit. Let's add a little bit of green to the situation. Let's get a little bit brighter. There we go. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. I am nervous as well, to say the least. I've got no idea why the audio is playing up, by the way. Sammy, if you are watching, I'm sure you are. Absolutely no idea. It was fine from the beginning. I've got no idea why it's doing this now. But regardless, 3 points is an absolute must from Chelsea here today. We are playing in our new away strip. I wasn't sure about it at first, but it doesn't look too bad. It really doesn't. Jesus Christ. It really, really does not. Come on, you Blues. Jermaine, welcome back. Raheem Sterling, hopefully in full form for today's game. Frank Lampard looks on intently to do the double over the Blues. The first manager of a former Chelsea situation to do so if he does get the 3 points here today. But he's not. He's not. We're going to lose, says GL. The time below, the form of the last 5 league matches of either side beside me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We are underway. The new season, the new Chelsea season, the new Premier League season is underway. And plenty of games to come. I don't really like the new Sky Sports scoreboard. It's got to be said. I think it's awful. Very, very similar to mine, actually. The colour scheme of it is exactly the same. Don't like the away kit. 340 people watching, 78 likes. Listen, boys and girls, if you haven't liked already, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying the little setup that I've got here going, please feel free to like. It would be massively appreciated. Show some support. I'm going to be here all season, whether you like it or not. So tune in as much as you can. Kalidou Koulibaly, £34 million signing from Napoli, starts for Chelsea. Many people predicting hat tricks to be scored at some point in this game. Sterling, the main person in and amongst the shouts. What's my score prediction? I think 2-1 Chelsea. I think Everton are going to score first. Perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't really think about where they're going to get their goal to kick things off. But I mean, hopefully they don't at all. But based on our defensive records, especially in pre-season, you've got to think that Everton are in with a chance. But then again, this is a different ball game, Premier League compared to pre-season. It's going to be different. The match is probably on Twitter. The match is probably on Twitter. If you are looking for the game to watch in general, then look on Twitter. You'll probably find it there. Everton versus Chelsea live stream is usually what I do. Sky still won't put the scoreboard in the highlights on YouTube. Infuriating. Played all the way through. Head on the ball there by Decore and sent out for a goal kick. Early chance there for Everton. Coming a knock-in, and Mendy ushers it out for a goal kick with 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. The game, or are you watching on Sky? I'm watching on Sky. Koulibaly, Thiago Silva. An average age, or a combined age of about 70 years old between the two of them, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely crazy stuff. But heaps of experience. And in a game where age really doesn't matter, if you look at a lot of the players that are still playing at an old age, they're all top quality players still in their own right. So with that comes experience, to be honest. Sterling and Kai hops mount. Keep getting your score predictions in. And again, please leave a like on the video. It would be massively appreciated. And whilst you're at it, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You'll be notified of all, or not only the streams, but all of the upcoming content on the channel. Thomas Tuchel has won 32 of 57 Premier League games in charge of the club. Played forward. Thiago Silva now up against Gordon, who is their number 9 for today. McNeil plays it out wide. Chilwell looks to intercept. Played back. Iwobi now. Mikalenko out wide. Damari Gray now has to turn around. Tarkovsky. Gray once again. Iwobi. Everton really building up some good play here, but Chelsea dealing with it so far, pushing them back as far as the halfway line. Now Chilwell trying to get a foot in, get some counter-attack action going. The ball goes out for a throw-in on the halfway line. Yeah, 5 on the bench this season. If you're not aware, 5 substitutions available for every single game for each club. Much like the Champions League format. James. Kante. Thiago Silva now out wide. Finds Koulibaly. Nice little triangle play there. Finding Jorginho. Played over the top. Looks to find Mason Mount. James picks up the pieces. Now Kante, who is fouled. Free kick to Chelsea early on. Hello from Malaysia. We're going to win 2-0. Free kick to Chelsea in, I wouldn't say a dangerous position, but still a chance nonetheless. Ben Chilwell and Reece James over the ball. Crossed in by James. Early chance! Comfortable save from Jordan Pickford between the sticks there. First real chance for Chelsea in this game. 6 minutes played. Crossed in by James and headed straight into the hands of the keeper. It was off the head of Yerry Mina, I believe. $120 likes on the stream. If we can get to 200 likes before half time, that would be absolutely massive. My shouts are so nervy. It's been a while. If you are a regular viewer for Chelsea Fan TV, you'll know that the shouts could mean anything. Happiness, sadness, nervousness, joy, despair, you name it. Pickford always prime Buffon against us. I mean, it goes without saying. I mean, an easy chance for Pickford to save there, but all the same, I completely agree. Pickford just seems to really, he just loves a game. He loves a game against Chelsea, doesn't he? YouTuber monsters. Why are they monsters? Because we can't show the game. What team do I support? Ladies and gentlemen, the streams are back and up and running. The comments are back. Reece James now looking for an overlapping run. Mason Mount doing the bits. Azpilicueta finds Money Mace once again. Has he got the minerals today, though? There you go. I mean, has Money Mace got the minerals to get these 3 points? Do any of these boys have the minerals? Did you know Younes? What about Younes? Thiago Silva now looks for a looping pass. It's deflected. Bounces over everyone. I mean, it looked like a foul to me. There's a player on the floor. The TV's so much further away this season now. I'm in a different office. I know of Younes. I do not know him, but I know of him. Play reconvenes and played all the way back to Pickford. Oh, Jesus Christ. Played all the way back. He's kept it in for some reason. Chance, play across goal. He's gone for the goal instead. Pickford would have been better off letting it go out for a corner ball. There could be a penalty shout here as well. A really, really poor pass back to Pickford. It was going out for a corner ball. Pickford decides to keep it in. I think it went out anyway. If anything, it's going to be a corner ball. Havertz picks up the ball, and instead of crossing it, well, I don't know, it's a tackle that sends it out for a corner ball. I don't think Havertz actually gets the shot off. It went way out. Way out. Pickford's hurt himself in the process, and Havertz, it's a rough tackle on Havertz, but it's not a penalty. It's not even a chance in general. It was a corner ball, and Havertz is fine. Godfrey's injured. Pickford seems fine, although he did pick up a knock there trying to keep the ball in. The stretcher symbol being done. Godfrey's going to be coming off. Hurt in that exchange. And with just 10 minutes gone into the new season, Godfrey's time has come. Ashley Cole, of course, the assistant manager at Everton. Completely forgot about that. Today is our day. The sky's blue here in Nigeria. Absolutely. Great to see James and Chilwell out there. Happy New Year. I mean, well, yeah, happy new season, Matt. Good to see you. And it's nice. It's nice to be back. It is nice to be back. I've been sitting around twiddling my thumbs for too long now. For too long. Who's your favourite Chelsea player? I mean, every season I get asked this. If the big Drogba picture doesn't shout that might be my favourite player, then I'm here to tell you he's my favourite player. Will we get Vinny Jr. next season? I've not heard a single rumour to say that, nor can we possibly get it with his buyout clause is about 2 billion or something ridiculous like that. Oi, 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 and all that. Oh, when the Blues go steaming in. Oh, when the Blues go steaming in. I want to be in that number. Oh, when the Blues go steaming in. Do I know Angry Rant Man? I'm fairly sure that. Oh, Johnny Minerals. Do you mean Johnny Minerals? Drogba, Lampard, and Terry. Would be funny if Frankie came to Chelsea instead of United. It's looking ever more likely. I do think we could do with a player like that, but with his wages being upwards of, I think it's like $500,000 a week. It's fuck that. No. Pickford's by the sideline here. I think more so for hydration purposes rather than anything else. Would you like to see Aubameyang join? Not personally, but if he comes and actually does the job, well, then you know. Godfrey's got the green whistle. If anyone's ever seen that, what's that show in Australia? All the Donnies on the beach. But the green whistle, if you've ever seen it. Simon Druce, good to see you over here. Apologies that the Twitch stream's down at the moment. I will try and get the connection sorted. Just be warned, the donations don't go to me. They go to the channel in general. But, you know, either way. Thank you so much for the donation anyway. Who's your least favourite player? At the club at the moment, I don't think... Oh, God. I don't really have one, you know. I mean, probably Werner, but not because I don't like him. I might be Ziyech. I don't know. It's up and down. Not because it's not Ziyech. I'll take that back. It's probably Werner, but not because I don't like him. It's just he's just so fucking annoying to watch. Maybe Pulisic as well. Pulisic gets on my tits. He really, really does. Angry Rantman used to rant about Chelsea before, but now he's doing movies. Okay. Score prediction, 2-1 Chelsea. Bondi Rescue, that's the one. Fortnite player, you got it spot on. Bondi Rescue. The green whistle out for Godfrey. Chilwell or Cucurella. I mean, I'm team Chilwell all the way. Don't call me. They don't call me Rory with a beard for no reason. But no, Cucurella, unbelievable signing. From what we've been told, still remains to be seen because he's not played for us yet. Obviously, just signed him yesterday. But still, I'm sticking with Chilwell because we know how good he is. So. You miss Lewis. Oh, I'm afraid he's not going to be doing a stream for a long time because he's got a season ticket and he's he's not going to be doing any streams for a long time. I missed a few things. When did the transfer end? September 1st. The match is still paused, by the way. Godfrey, albeit he is practically off the pitch, we're waiting for him to seek medical attention, of which he is currently doing so. And much like a lot of the games last season, Chelsea caught in some stoppage time. Applauds around the stadium for Izzy O'Connor, an Everton fan, Everton season ticket holder from what I believe. Sadly passed away. So Goodison Park stands and applauds the man himself. Lewis is very funny. I'm sorry I'm not Lewis. You know, I'm the next best thing. I'm all Sammy can get at the moment. Do you believe we will genuinely do well this season? I think so. I think so. Time will tell. Time will tell, as does anything. But again, I just do think. I think we've got a chance to do well. By no means am I saying that we're going to win the fucking league, but either way, a substitution. Godfrey's still in a lot of pain. I can't really work out what's happened. He slid in. If anything, Pickford is the one that should have come out worse in that whole altercation. You love to see it. The chant remains. It's alive and well. A lot of people predicted us to finish outside the top 4. Listen, Robbie from AFTV, Expressions, there's a heap of people. Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher. Everyone is saying that Chelsea are going to flop this season. Everyone said Cucurella was a great signing for Man City if he went there, but now, you know, suddenly he's gone to Chelsea and it's a bit of a rash decision. A strange purchase. It's you know, only when Chelsea do things is it wrong. Crossed in. Play does continue now. The corner ball was given. And another corner ball. Headed away. James puts his hand up as far as the first man and out for another corner ball. Very Willian-esque corner ball there from Trouble Lords. I think so. I think so. Chance, Mason Mount, parried away and out for potentially another corner ball. It is. How can you watch on mobile? If you're talking about this stream, then it's just on YouTube, mate. Chelsea Fan TV. You'll see my face on the thumbnail. Crossed in once again, headed away. A 5th corner ball in the space of about 2 minutes. Koulibaly throws the ball out. Crossed in once again. Gone for the back post this time, of which no one is there, and it goes all the way out for a goal kick. What place do you think Chelsea will get in the Premier League? Top 4 for sure. I think it goes without saying. Chelsea, Tottenham are going to do well. Arsenal, I don't think, are going to do as well as everyone seems to think. By all means, I mean, they're going to do well. They're going to do better than last season, points-wise. But I just see Chelsea doing the best of the London clubs this season. Probably a City, Liverpool top 2 finish once again. But if Liverpool play like they did earlier today against Fulham, which they won't, the luck was on their side once again. The second goal, just an absolute mess. The first goal, how lucky can Nunez get? he went for the Zola-esque crossing. Hell, it went in. Cleared away. Havertz now. But Liverpool got it getting away with murder once again in terms of just luck on their side. It's going to be like that for the rest of the season. It always is. At least City just have like regular good performances. Liverpool they rely rather on a lot of good fortune. It's you know. Jogger is my Chelsea hero, says Daniel O'Connell. Me too. My hero in general. I love Chelsea too. I love them too. They do get on my tits from time to time. As Pilaqueta, new 2-0 deal for Dave himself. Reece James now plays it back to Davo. Crosses it in. It's a great pass. Kante looking to do. I mean, it's a real mess in the box. It was Sterling, by the way. Apologies. And a free kick given to Everton for obstruction by Raheem Sterling. How do you reckon you're going in the Champions League? Again, it depends who we get. Where's your Christmas mug at that you always drink out of? I think I've drunk out of it like 2 times, but I will definitely bring it back. In the Champions League, I do think, again, quarterfinals are for sure. It depends who we get. The draw for the Champions League group stages is August 25th, I believe. I'm fairly sure we're going to be doing a live stream for that, for the draw. So be sure to tune in for that. Again, while we're at it, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you are aware of the future streams and all the content that comes up on Chelsea Fan TV. We are currently on 169 likes on the stream. So, if we could get to 200 likes before halftime, that would be absolutely massive. Thank you in advance. What are you thinking of Raheem signing? First signs, it really, it's just Raheem Sterling, which could be good. However you look at it. He does need to hit the ground running. He needs to play well consistently, having come from a team, he's a Premier League player through and through his whole career. He really has no excuses as to any bad performances. If he has a dip, chance, Damari Gray gets a corner ball. Everton with a chance here. Again, corner ball for Everton. 201 likes. You'll love to see it. Boys and girls, there's over 800 of you watching. If you haven't done already, just hit that like button. Just do it. Crossed in once again, and a chance, and it's tipped over the bar by Mendy. A fantastic save. If he does that all season, I'll be a happy boy. I'll tell you that. Headed, it's going in, and Mendy, tip of the fingers, over the bar, sends it out for a corner ball and keeps Chelsea in the game. Fantastic save. Player goes down. Harry Mina. Chilwell holding his jaw, appealing for an elbow. And a free kick to Chelsea on the 18-yard line. And play continues. Kante. Thiago Silva. Koulibaly. Just a fantastic save from Edouard Mendy. A lot of people speculating on has he lost his touch? Is he not the goalkeeper he once was when he first joined Chelsea? Has he lost it? And if he plays like that all season, the answer definitively is he had a bad spell last season, but he's back. But again, we won't speak too hastily. We won't speak too hastily now. Time will tell. As for all of these players, Kante now. James, Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Sterling, poor pass. He was under pressure there, Sterling. Tries to find Chilwell, who is dispossessed. And a corner ball to Chelsea from a freak deflection there. 26 minutes or so gone. Mendy's dice. He's dicey in the easy options, isn't he? In the easy situations, he's real like it's the tough chances that he makes fantastic saves, but it's the easy ones that he seems to struggle with. Great play by Sterling, takes it to the byline, crosses it, and headed away for another corner ball. If I'm not mistaken, that's corner number 8 in this game so far. Only 26 minutes gone. And Chelsea, I would say knocking on the door, but we really haven't come that close. Besides the early chance, of which Yerry Mina was the one that headed it towards Jordan Pickford. For those of you asking if we can show you the game, no. I apologize, but it's not in my control. And the answer is absolutely no, we can't, because we'll get taken down. Copyright. Use your noggin. Use your brain. Mendy. Easy option. He clears it away. All the way up. And now Pickford on the ball. He does the same. Clears it all the way up top. Straight to Chilwell. Kante. Looks good on the ball today. Really good. Nice little triangle play with Havertz. Kante. Just overwhelmed there a little bit there. Doucouré. Looks to get out of trouble. He does. Iwobi now. Counter-attack. The break is on for Everton. Mikalenko crosses it in. Back post. Gordon, rather. Heads it well wide. And a chance for Everton to open the score sheet. Doesn't quite do so. Doesn't get his head on it. Full whack. Not enough conviction on it. And Mendy is unchallenged completely. Still 0-0. Koulibaly. It's never a foul. He's waiting for that for him. He's trying to get that as a dive, if anything, ref. James. Played inside. Havertz. Kante. Tries to find Mount. Dispossessed. Azpilicueta, the culprit in what Damari Gray was going for there. It's a trick as old as time itself. It really is. He swiveled, pretended to be pushed over by Azpilicueta, but the referee's having absolutely none of it. Jorginho. Koulibaly. Raheem Sterling now. Never thought I'd be commentating saying Raheem Sterling on the ball for Chelsea Football Club, but there we are. Koulibaly, fantastic ball over the box towards Havertz. Up against Yerry Mina. They have a record against each other, and he goes down, and Yerry Mina gets the benefit of the doubt from the referee. And a free kick by the byline. Practically a goal kick to Everton. Chelsea aren't scoring. Too sloppy and weak. Half an hour gone, more or less, in this game. The opening game of the season for both sides. Thiago Silva, a little bit unorthodox there, but eventually gets the ball away. Big boot. Brilliant chance here now. Raheem Sterling up against Yerry Mina. Iwobi tracking back to referee! He's pushed in the back by Iwobi. This could be the first booking of the game as well. Cynical tackle. Raheem Sterling with a heavy touch. Wins the foot race. And Iwobi with a shoulder to the back of Raheem Sterling sends him flying. And if he hasn't been booked, then I'll be surprised. If you know what? He hasn't been booked. He's trying to keep the game going as long as it can without a booking. But quite frankly, that is a foul and a booking. It's a cynical tackle, cynical foul. Raheem Sterling goes down in a heap. He's up. Hands on his knees, though. We look woeful. I don't think so. We're just not convincing at the back in attack right away. Again, 31 minutes played. Defensively, we look pretty good, pretty solid. And Chelsea here with a free kick in a great position. Chilwell and Reece James once again over the ball. Crossed in and headed away. And cleared away once again. Out for a throw-in to Chelsea. Koulibaly the closest to the ball. From that cross in. Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Kante now, out wide. Bit of a poor pass there from Kante. Finds Reece James nonetheless, though. Overstretched. Azpilicueta back inside to Thiago Silva. Koulibaly. Darting run inside the box from N'Golo Kante. He passes to Sterling on the left-hand side, though. Nice little Cruyff turn. Havertz needs to get the cross off quicker. He's got to fucking do it. I don't understand what he's doing. Havertz has been to the byline 4 times in this game so far. And the cross, it needs to be applied far faster than he's doing. He's going for the low-driven crosses as well. He needs to opt for the... I mean, a lot of our fucking players are so small, though. Crossed in. Headed away once again. A Chelsea corner. I think that's well over 10 corners now. What position do you need to... I mean, central midfield to work on the counter-attacks from players, realistically, from the opposing side. And we just need to be so much more clinical in front of goal. I just don't get what's going on with Chelsea these days. It is like there is a curse. It really is. The last time we were in a winning position at Goodison Park was in 2017. And we won that game as well. It's been 5 years, over 5 years. Headed away. Only as far as Ben Chilwell. Koulibaly, poor first pass. Brilliant first touch, though, by Raheem Sterling. Iwobi up against Mason Mount. Looks to be overwhelmed. He clears the ball away. Gordon now. Brilliant first-time control, and he's off on a run. Koulibaly, the new 26. Again, I'll be honest, that's a yellow card as well. If the other one was a yellow card on Raheem Sterling from Iwobi, then this is a foul. He's coming from behind. He's pulled his shirt, sent him to the floor. I mean, realistically, that's a yellow card. I'm glad it's not, but still. Ladies and gentlemen, 940 of you currently watching the stream. If you haven't hit the like button yet, we are just 10 minutes away from half time. If we can get to 300 likes, that would be incredible. We've already hit the 200 like goal for the first part of this stream. But again, there is no real goal. So if you can try and get as many as possible, that would be fantastic. 300 likes before half time, though, would be incredible. Thank you very much. Of course, halftime statistics will be on the screen at halftime. It's all fake scores. If I haven't reacted to a goal, then there is no goal. I could not be more up to date with the time if I tried. But yeah, nearly at 300 likes, people. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for the support. And footy facts, how's it going? James finds Mason Mount. James once again overstretched there, Mason Mount. Sterling really under pressure there, gives the ball away. Gordon picks it up, but only as far as a throw-in on the halfway line. Brozier, I reckon Brozier should be coming on for Havertz at some point. Maybe not half-time. Tuchel doesn't like to do half-time substitutions. But still. A new season. You never know. New Tuchel tactics. And lest we forget as well, boys and girls, it's Tuchel time. It is Tuchel time all the time. Please, for the love of God, do not forget that it is Tuchel time. Gallagher could be a good addition in the second half. Azpilicueta now. I love you too. James crosses it in, and it's gone as far as Ben Chilwell. Could very well be a corner ball, and it is. It's a goal kick. The audio is going to be an issue this season. It's so annoying. I think it might be my mic. I'm not sure. It could be on the way out. Either that or the software. The software is playing up, but I'm not really sure. Is it really bad? Yeah. Apologies there. Hopefully the sound is back to normal. It's not, is it? Fuck me. I know. I'm trying to sort it. I really am. Footy facts. How's it going? Paraka. Welcome back. Good Lord. I hope it's fine. I literally can't touch a thing without it playing up. Lost 100 fucking viewers there just because I didn't say anything. I've done so well up until this point, and you don't say anything. They're like, well, all right, see ya. Yeah, just the fewer things that I put on the thing on the stream, it's the better. Anyway, Mason Mount. Apologies, I was going to read some comments out there, but because of the issues, I had to focus on that. Crossed in, Pickford away. Jorginho, Mount, Kante, Azpilicueta, James, Azpilicueta once again. It's a great cross, headed away by Yerry Mina. And a chance for the Blues to open up the score in there. If not for Yerry Mina, it would have gone straight through to Havertz, who... do we back Havertz with a heading opportunity? I reckon so. This early in the season? Not so sure. Reece James now. Mason Mount down the wing. Crosses it. Every single cross that we've done today has gone to an Everton player without fail. Without fail. What was the comment I was going to look at? Jack. Reece James. Mason Mount now crossed straight away again to another fucking Everton player. 5 minutes to go in the first half before any additional time, of which there will be a few, I'm sure, as with the Godfrey injury. Chilwell goes down. Raheem Sterling. Mason Mounts. Deflected or cleared away. And now, Azpilicueta has been sent for a fucking hot dog. It's a fantastic bit of play by Thiago Silva. Leaves a foot out. Stops the inevitable goal that would have come if not for that. If not for that interception, a fantastic bit of tracking back from Thiago Silva after that absolute shocking bit of play by Azpilicueta. James, poor fucking pass there, son. What you doing? Decore. Well over 300 likes now, people. Fantastic. Love to see it. Thank you very much. Godfrey. Not Godfrey. He's out. Patterson, rather. Andrew, I'm doing well. I could be doing better if Chelsea up the game a little bit. The distribution and passing from the Blues here so far today has been woeful. It really has been so awful. As I said, every single cross has gone straight to, without fail, it's gone straight to an Everton player. It's like it's intentional. It really is. Reece James now played inside the box. Once again, Kante, first time shot, deflected. And there we go. Raheem Sterling picks up the pieces. The offside flag goes up. Kante with the shot. It's palmed away by Jordan Pickford. Raheem Sterling puts it away. Was he offside when the first shot was struck? He is. It's offside. No goal. No goal. No goal. You hate to see it. Chelsea put the goal in the back of the net. VAR will check this and it will go very, very quickly in terms. I mean, it's already done. Pickford's put the ball down. The ball was in the back of the net if you are just joining. Raheem Sterling very, very close to being the opening goal scorer for Chelsea this season. But the offside flag did go up. So close. I mean, his whole body, his entire body is offside, so it's not that close. Damari Gray, Mikalenko, inside Iwobi, nice bit of play. Gordon now cuts inside, fantastic last-ditch tackle by Koulibaly, and actually wins a goal kick. Fantastic, fantastic defensive play there by Koulibaly. Makes his presence known. And one of those classic Koulibaly slide tackles. Clinical. Clinical. Absolutely clinical. Thiago Silva. 1 minute to go of regular time. Additional time will probably amass at least 5 minutes, if not a little bit more. Defensively, we're doing great. Midfield, not so great. And attacking, just fuck. You might as well just not even watch. 2-1 was my prediction. But I'm not so sure. Jack, by the way, you were inquiring about getting a position at Chelsea Fan TV. We are, I believe, still hiring. So if you can go on any of our social media platforms, you will see Blues Fans TV. If you go on that Instagram, you'll see there's a post that says we are hiring. So you just get in touch there. And if you want to get in touch with Sammy, then I'm sure he'll have a word with you. You're not coming for my job, though. I'll tell you that for free. I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. Additional time. Do we give Havertz another chance to show something this season, or do we find someone before mid-season to stop us falling out of the top four? He hasn't shown up recently. Just want your opinion. 8 minutes of added time. Jesus Christ. I think we give Havertz a couple of games. Realistically, we've got Brozier. We have got Brozier. We need to see how he fares as a number 9. Tuchel has said that there is no number 9 curse, obviously meaning the number on the back, but in terms of the position as well, I don't believe that there's a curse, and neither does Thomas Tuchel. I just think that we just haven't had a solid striker for quite some time. Havertz, he's not an out-and-out number 9. He's been put in that position for well over a season now. 8 minutes of added time. You are correct. My score prediction is going to be 1-0. It's going to be 1-0 or 1-1 to either side, realistically. Take Chile off. He's half asleep. Cucurella could be making his first appearance today. Remember, 5 substitutions available for either side. Everton have their first substitution already because of Godfrey going off injured. James. Played forward. Lovely bit of play. Kante. Overlapping run by James. He ignores it. First time shots from Raheem Sterling. Cleared away only as far as Azpilicueta. Potential handball there. Kante doing his best to keep the ball alive for Chelsea. Finds Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Back to Dave. Inside. Finds Raheem Sterling. T-Rex arms are a flailing. It comes out for a corner ball. There is 8 minutes of additional time in the first half, which will take us to 53 minutes on the clock. Chelsea just don't create enough chances. There's always going to be a stinky watch. Yeah, we are really not the most entertaining team to watch these days. But still, we've got a lot of returning players from loan. We've got a lot of new players and surely a few more players. Crossed in, back post, headed away. Once again, finds Reece James. Gets a toe poke on it and sent out for yet another corner ball. How old do you have to be? I'm fairly sure you have to be at least 18 to sign up. But again, as long as you're not like a child, I'm fairly sure it's 18. But yeah, I mean, give it a go. It probably says on the advertisement. So crossed in once again, and it's going to be another corner ball. I can check at half time. If you want to do the same, if you scroll through our Instagram, then you'll find the ad that it just says we are hiring. So crossed in once again, headed, and absolutely no danger there. Koulibaly with the one to challenge the goalkeeper, and an easy bit of goalkeeping that was needed from Jordan Pickford. How many corners? Honestly, I think it's going to be well over 20 by the end of the game. Let's be honest. Boys and girls, just over 3 minutes left of this half. We're very close to 400 likes now. So, I mean, there's 900 or so of you watching. If you haven't liked already, if we can hit 400 likes or even 450, half of the amount of people that are watching, if we could hit 400 likes before halftime, that would be absolutely massive. We keep breaking the records. No, I don't know if they're records, but my records at least. Plenty more interaction this season. Of course, if you want to get your comments up on the screen, you've got to comment. Azpilicueta cleared away by Iwobi. But yeah, if you want your opinion seen, If you have a good question that we can talk about, then by all means, get your questions in. And we can have a very, a debate of some sort throughout every single game this season. There will be plenty of talking points this season, that is for sure. Raheem Sterling goes down on the halfway circle, rather. Who is most likely to score, in your opinion? Neither side, really. I do see Everton scoring at some point, but it's going to take a proper big mistake from Chelsea for them to be able to score. I do think we are relatively sound in regards to our defence. As Pilaqueta, the weak link so far. Kante takes it to the byline. Being defended well by two players in Iwobi and someone else. James picks it up, though. Kante in heaps of space on the sideline. Crosses it in. Back post. Oh! Havertz gets a touch on it. Sends Raheem Sterling off the foot. And had it not gone off of Havertz's head, would have landed straight to Raheem Sterling, who literally just a tap in. Chelsea are still on the ball here. Chilwell, referee, goes down. Penalty! Doucouré, the culprit. With a minute and a half to go of first half, a penalty given. It will go to VAR, of course, naturally. Chilwell draws in the foul. If not for the contact, he would have had a shot on goal anyway. But a penalty for the Blues with just a minute to go until the end of the first half. I mean, if now, when, show your support. Smash the likes. If you smash the like, it shows that you want Chelsea to score this penalty. So get those likes in. Jorginho over the ball. Jorginho, the penalty taker here. Smash the like button. Chelsea to score. The more you like, the more likely we're going to score. There's the logic there somewhere. First goal of the season is potentially a penalty, of which Jorginho will take, and Yerry Mina finally booked. We can hit 500 likes before the end of the half, especially if we score here, people. Jorginho has never missed. Pizza barbecue. Yes, he has. And watch him miss now. Fuck me. I'd say you can't write it, but you definitely can. Yerry Mina trying to delay the penalty taking process, adding some pressure to Jorginho. Pickford doing some of this business. Fresh trim McGee. Jorginho over the ball. Hopefully no hop, skip and a jump. Pickford battering the crossbar. Chelsea to open up the score sheet. Right on the cusp of half-time. Jorginho, the whistle goes. He steps up. And it's in the back of the nets. Drags it. Bottom corner. Cool as you like. Chelsea open up the score sheet. Jorginho with a penalty. Is that a sign of things to come for the season if we're relying on penalties to get the ball rolling? But nonetheless, Chelsea 1, Everton 0. A Doucouré foul on Ben Chilwell gets Chelsea the penalty. Jorginho with a clinical penalty. It didn't look too promising when he hit the ball, but once it went in the back of the net, we're done. We're sorted. Chelsea 1, Everton 0 at Goodison Park. Leading at Goodison Park for the first time since 2017. The audio's going to go mad in a second. Hopefully it's good now. For the love of God, please. Boys and girls. It's a bit behind. But boys and girls, half-time at Goodison Park. Chelsea leads with a penalty goal from Jorginho. and not the most clinical of halves, to say the least. But regardless, Chelsea lead at half-time. The first game of the season. It is Chelsea 1, Everton 0. And hey, what's to be said? 435 likes on the stream. If we could hit 500 likes, that would be absolutely massive. The second half, full of action, no doubt. Everton need to come back. They really, really need to come back to avoid an early shock. I wouldn't say it's an early shock, though, realistically, because, Chelsea coming into this game, I know there's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes as to, how Chelsea are going to perform. Everyone seems to be doubting us. And so far, it's not looking good. We are winning at the break. With that said, halftime statistics on the screen very, very shortly. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Smash the like button. I'll be back very, very shortly. We're back. We are back. Hopefully the audio is fine. It's not going to be. Oh, it's fine. Is the audio okay? You love to see it. It's good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV for the second half of Everton versus Chelsea at Goodison Park. The Blues are doing well so far. The Blues are doing fantastic. Not really. Realistically, it's been a bit of a shambles. We are 1-0 up. But by a penalty from Jorginho, which says a lot about the game itself. Chelsea, not really better, even better changed mic. Chelsea haven't really made most of the chances we've had. If anything, poor crossing has led to absolutely no threat up front. Mason Mount with the crosses that have gone straight to an Everton player every single time. James, Azpilicueta, the same goes for them. Chilwell, a little bit better, but Havertz, again, just not great. As well as Havertz being not great in the attacking number 9, false number 9 role. Halftime stats, Chelsea with 10 shots and 5 on target, a 50% shot accuracy rates, and 3 total shots for Everton, 1 for the Toffees. 32% possession for the home side, 68 for the visitors, Chelsea. 2 corners and 6 fouls for Everton. And this is the one we've all been waiting for, boys and girls. 6 fouls for Chelsea and 13 fucking corners. 13 corners in the first half of the very first game this season for Chelsea. I mean, again, the fact that we've it's just absolutely shocking. 13 corners, and we're only 1-0 up, and that was from a corner, from a penalty that didn't even come from the corner ball. The mic's cut out, has it? No, it hasn't. The mic is fine. Again, a reminder, live scores from around the grounds. 2-2 between Fulham and Liverpool. Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 0. Leeds 2, Wolves 1. Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0. And Tottenham came away with a 4-1 victory at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Southampton on their opening game of the season. Everton 0, Chelsea 1. The game so far for me, it's not been an easy watch. It's gone. I mean, it was a slow game. It really was, in terms of the half just seemed to go on forever. There was 8 minutes of added time, and the penalty came in the very last minute of the half. It was a decent penalty. I wouldn't say the most promising, or what was the word? The most convincing penalty, to be honest with you. But Jorginho, he had the minerals for it, and the ball in the back of the net nonetheless. And Chelsea, as a result, 1-0 up at half time. The second half, moments away from getting started. And what are we saying? 484 likes on the stream. Again, the views are racking up. They're racking up back again. 759 of you watching at the moment. If we can get to 500 likes before the start of the second half, that'll be massive. 486 now. And the numbers keep on rising. If you wish to follow myself on any of my own personal social media platforms, then Chelsea Fans XI is the place to go. The link for my YouTube channel, of which I'm doing a preview for every single game, and I'm doing a post-match review for every single game over on my channel. The link is in the description of this stream. So please, it would mean a lot. I am, I think, 300 subscribers away from 1,500 subscribers. So that would be massive news for me. If I could get to 1,500 subscribers very soon, it would kickstart the new season for me with a bang. But But again, thank you for everyone that has done so. I would show you. I'm trying to minimize the amount of times I change the screen. In fact, I'm going to move over to the new, well, not to the new, but to the slide here, so that the mic has time to just sort of get its bearings. Bear with me. Okay, it's fine. You love to see it. Broja on the bench. We will go through the halftime substitutions very, very shortly once I'm made aware of what exactly has happened. Who's been your best player so far, and who should we sign in the rest of the window? I wouldn't mind De Jong. I mean, everyone seems to be banging on about De Jong. I think if it means having to pay the same wages that he's been on at the moment, I think fuck that. To be honest with you, I don't think he's worth 500,000 a week or whatever the hell they are paying. Who else? I would honestly, if Ronaldo did come as a loan for a year, I would fucking love it. It would just be fantastic. It really would. A lot of people seem to disagree. If he's on loan for a season, he's going. So if he can get the goals, get the performances in, more clinical in front, it's a year. It's a year. But still, do you think we can still do 2-1? I mean, I'd be happy with 1-0. I do hope that there are more goals in favour of Chelsea, but still, the match is back underway. Thank you for tuning back in. We are well into the 500 likes now, of which I say thank you very much. And yeah, I don't believe there's been any substitutions. As you can see, I've updated. Godfrey was taken off through injury, and Yerry Mina was booked for dissent during that whole penalty issue. And here we go. 1,286 subscribers on my personal account, Chelsea Fans XI. The link is in the description if you have just joined and wish to see any previews, anything like that, any upcoming videos. My reactions to the goals as well will be uploaded to all of the social media platforms I mentioned. Koulibaly. Back to the game now. Havertz out, Broja in. That's not happened yet, is it? No, Havertz is still playing. Sterling, back heel. Crossed in. Havertz is in the box, and it's just too much for him over the top. Koulibaly. Sterling. Koulibaly looks to storm all the way through, and he is dispossessed. Played over the top. Damari Gray could be through. A bit of a defensive error here. Damari Gray all the way, and it's just cleared wide. Deflected wide. Thiago Silva pointing to Mendy, saying, come and collect the ball. Collect the ball. And he doesn't. Damari Gray carries on running. Gets the shot off. Thiago Silva having to stretch there. Deflect it wide. Great defending in the end by Thiago Silva. Mendy left Thiago Silva completely in no man's land. Mendy completely at fault there. And out for a corner ball. Chelsea avoiding real embarrassment there. Crossed in by the corner ball and out for a goal kick. Koulibaly, of course, the new number 26 for Chelsea, received the blessings of the man himself, John Terry, the last man to hold the legendary number, of which he made legendary himself. And Koulibaly, as I said, receiving the blessings from JT and is now the new 26. Batshuayi is better than Havertz up front is one of the most... one of the biggest calls I've ever heard. It's a very brave call from you. I don't think you're entirely wrong. But even still. He's about as clinical as each other at the moment. It's got to be said. Paraka, I'll get to your message on Instagram shortly, or after the game. I'm a little bit busy right now. What do I think of Aubameyang? At the rate that everyone's saying, do I want Aubameyang? No, I don't want a fucking Aubameyang. Andy, welcome back. Nice to be back. I think Chelsea do well this season. Come on, you Chelsea. I tend to agree, although if we play like we played today, I think we could be in for a little bit of trouble. Thiago Silva currently on 1-0. He's back up now. He was just tying his shoelaces. Who are you thinking we should have up top to help our attack? Ronaldo. Ronnie himself, which I don't think is unrealistic. I do think it's a bit unrealistic, us getting him on loan, but I feel like it would benefit Man United. We're not going to be playing him against them. And they still get to keep him. Carney is not on the bench, from what I remember. I do just think Ronaldo is the only option for a year until we get things up and running. Because as Tuchel said himself, we are in a transition at the moment. Jorginho. Gordon, played into by Decore. McNeil tries to find Decore and it's deflected or cleared away rather by Thiago Silva out for a corner ball. 51 minutes on the clock and not very convincing once again in this second half. Thiago Silva going absolutely crazy at the midfield, saying, I'm nearly 40 years old, boys. I can't do this on my own for 90 minutes. Do you know what I mean? He is but one man. Yerry Mina in the box. He is on a booking. Crossed in. Mendy comes to it. Falls out. Decore saved. And eventually, Mendy collects. It was an absolute mess, an absolute shit show. And Chelsea come away in one piece on this occasion. That said, Mason Mount fouled on the halfway line. That was indeed chaotic. Who's your man of the match so far? Well, get your comments in, and I'll get a few of them on the screen. Let me know your man of the matches so far. It's really not that clear as to who is the man of the match. I think Thiago Silva's got to be the top boy at the moment. But it's not overly clear. Oh, well, Koulibaly as well has had a fantastic game. Thiago Silva, the two oldest players on the pitch for Chelsea, have had both had fantastic games. Koulibaly or Silva is man of the match. Thiago Silva. Comfortable hands by Pickford. Thiago Silva. Kante or Sterling, says Chelsea are the best. Sterling has been strong. Everton is such a dirty team. Dirty boys. Dirty, dirty boys. Simon Drew says Silva. And there we go. 800 of you watching at the moment. Everton, really, really good chance for them here. And Gordon, his touch dispossessed and into the hands of Mendy, who gets the ball rolling once again. 800 of you in the stream as we speak. Be sure to drop a like if you haven't done already. Again, it's always massively appreciated. Show some support for not only me, but for the boys and, of course, everyone else at Chelsea Fan TV. We've got plenty of content for you this season. We were a little bit lacking in content last season. A lot of it was just the streams. But this season, I can assure you, we've got plenty of content coming out this season for you. So be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell notification on. Slap it. Absolutely slap the shit out of that bell notification so you don't go a day missing any Chelsea Fan TV content. Thank you very much. Here's your flavor. Oh, Kante looks to slip in Mason Mount. Dispossessed, and Havertz is penalised. Chelsea are finishing third, I reckon. Third or fourth. Biggest competition this season is going to be Tottenham and Arsenal. I think Newcastle could be real outside contenders for top six. Not top four, top six. Who do you think will be the top scorer for Chelsea this season? If it's Jorginho again, I'll fucking lose it. I'll tell you that. But yeah. Top scorer for Chelsea. I've already said it. I think it's going to be Sterling, to be honest. Azpilicueta in the book for wasting time from a throw-in the 55th minute, which is very, very Dave of him. Are you going to get FIFA 23 when it comes out? Potentially. Give me a sec whilst we discuss. Ben Chilwell now. Inside and out. Throw into Chelsea. FIFA 23. I've already suggested to Sammy at some point that a Chelsea career mode on FIFA when the new one comes out would be something I think I feel like a lot of people would want to watch is a Chelsea career mode. That way you guys can get your transfer ideas in. We can do some transfer business together as a stream. Do some polls, get that good stuff all together. And let me know. Either way, if you wish to watch myself do that, then I will be streaming on Twitch throughout the year. FIFA 23 amongst a few other games as well. So Chelsea Fans XI over on Twitch is the place to go. If you are into gaming streams. Coming up to 60 minutes. Still plenty of you here. And we've nearly got as many likes as there are people in the stream, which, you know, can you believe it? Jonathan David would be a great future signing, you know. Zane, thank you for the 4.49. Just a very confusing comment that, all in all. Thank you for the £4.49. Come on, Everton. London is red. Oh, I read that as Merseyside is red for some reason. But either way, thank you for your money. Massively appreciated. I am not concerned, but I'm curious as to how the Chelsea Arsenal games go this season. Of course, went 1-for-1 against Arsenal last season. Chelsea need a strong striker. I mean, we had Lukaku last season. Crossed in all the way. Cleared away off the 6-yard line. Thinking maybe you should play FIFA 23 Pro Clubs with fans. Maybe. Chelsea still in possession. We've held the ball rather well this game for the most part. Hence the 69% possession. I think we currently have 69% possession. We haven't registered any more shots or shots on target or shots on goal at all. Martinelli hat trick against Chelsea, says Zane. Thanks again for the £4.49. Let us know in the chat. Do you think that Zane is correct in that Martinelli will get a hat trick against Chelsea? If you remember Martinelli's absolute screamer of a miss yesterday, fantastic miss. I mean, just a brilliant shot from Martinelli that went wide. Just such an easy chance to score, and he chose to miss on purpose. He's that good. Havertz. His shot deflected and away. Koulibaly. Who do you think will win? I honestly, it's a tough one. If you mean this one, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Everton do get a goal. Although defensively, we look fantastic. Besides a little bit here and there. If you're asking about the Arsenal-Chelsea games, I think they're going to be a very, very highly contested competition. Dele Alli is getting ready to come on. He will be the second player to come on. He'll get half an hour to show what he can do. Former Tottenham player himself. Have a go at talking about this game that you're meant to be talking about. To be fair, I've barely even touched the surface of commentating on the game, eh? I mean, Jesus Christ. Absolute clown. Substitution for Everton. McNeil coming off. And as we said, Dele Alli coming on. Still no substitutions from Chelsea. I mean, what is there to say? Zane, thank you once again for the £4.49. Oh, Jesus Christ. The spirit of Invincibles has returned. We are on for third. That Invincible spirit is back, but we're going to get third. Fucking hell. Don't set your expectations too high now for Arsenal. The Invincibles spirit is back, but we're only going to get third. It says it all. Christian Pulisic and Loftus-Cheek, the next two players to come on. Played forward as far as Yerry Mina. Here's Damari Gray. Cleared away. Chilwell now, down the line. Fouled. CFC fan, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Chelsea fans XI. Massively appreciated. 571 likes on the stream. If we could hit that big 600, we're only 29 likes away. You know what to do. Spam the like button. Koulibaly currently down in the box, receiving words from both Jorginho and Thiago Silva. Donny, I can see your comment. Relax. Jeez. Who's winning? Can anyone tell him who's winning? Two subs about to come on for Chelsea, as we said. Christian Pulisic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Not exactly the substitutes that a lot of us Chelsea fans would have been wanting. The likes of Gilmour, Broja, Cucurella, all could come on, as we said, 5 substitutes available in this new season. But for now, Christian Pulisic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming on. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I mean, Christian Pulisic, number 24, Reece James is coming off. Strange one there. I'm imagining Pulisic's probably going to go in that position. James is confused. James is absolutely baffled. That can't be right. It is not James coming off. It's going to be... Who the fuck is it? It's Ben Chilwell coming off instead. Ben Chilwell comes off. Mistake with the boards. And Mason Mount's coming off. What? Mason Mount off. He's not had the best of games today. Johnny Minerals, who is at the game, won't be too pleased with his performance, but I'm sure he'll find the positives somewhere. Washed. Thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch, by the way. Twitch.tv/ChelseaFansXI. Massively appreciated there. I'm going to try and get the connection up and running there so that the stream can go ahead over on Twitch as well for the season. I don't know what's going on with that at the moment. But regardless, thank you for following there. I'm not watching. Is Mount having a shocker? He's just come off. He has just come off. Not quite sure why Pulisic and... I mean, it's not the worst decision. Realistically, Pulisic, not my favourite player in the world. Not my least favourite player in the world either. But still, it's Tuchel time, baby. You're all making it Tuchel time, baby, by the way. Stry and Lizardman, thank you so much for the follow over on twitch.tv/ChelseaFansXI. Plenty of gaming streams, plenty of these streams as well coming up for you over there this season. Everyone could do better, to be honest, except Mendy. I don't agree with that, personally. I think Mendy's not had the best of games, but I would say he hasn't had the worst of games. Here's another one. What do you think about Tottenham's Premier League start? Many people believe that they can reach a 3rd place. What do you think about that? I think that I mean, they were close to getting 3rd last season, if not for us. But you can't not admit that Tottenham have a bit of a... well, they have a scarier side to look at these days than they have done in past years. But still, it remains to be seen. I know they won 4-1 today, but that was against Southampton, who, let's be honest, are probably one of the favourites to get relegated in my... they're so fucking wank. They're up there. They're definitely up there with the contention for relegation. So I wouldn't read too much into that 4-1 win. Still a convincing win. Chelsea will not be going top of the league with this result necessarily. But as it stands, if we take a look-see, Chelsea currently sitting in 6th place with this result. Not quite sure how we're not above Leeds, if it's down to alphabetical order. Broja is on the bench at the moment. And quite frankly, I think he needs to be playing here today. I do think he'd probably be playing a little sooner if we were maybe 2-0 up. But we're not in a convincing position right now. So I don't know why you'd keep Havertz on. It's not like he's fucking scoring. So I think bringing Broja on wouldn't be the worst decision in the world. Give him a chance. If he scores the winner or extends our lead, rather, it's only going to give him confidence even more so. So, I you know. 1,286 subscribers now at the moment over on my personal YouTube channel. A quick reminder of the upcoming games: Tottenham, Leeds, Leicester, Southampton. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And follow myself on Chelsea Fans XI, all available social media platforms. Yerry Mina goes off injured, by the way. How many likes we're on? 596 likes at the moment. 595 now. It's going down. So close to 600 likes. It's massively, massively appreciated. A substitution was had for Everton. I didn't quite catch who came on, by the way. Do you think Everton will be in a relegation race this year? I don't think they'll be that bad, to be honest with you. Again, it remains to be seen. It's only the first game of the season, folks. So when you pronounce Broja, I've always said Broja, but I hear more people than not say Broja. So I've just kind of got used to saying one or the other. I said Ziyech all season, last season, and I was convinced by someone else that it was Ziyech instead of Ziyech. Kante or Conte, it's all subjective. It really is, unless you get told by the person themselves. I think it's Conte, though, if that's what N'Golo told. I think he said it in a video at one point or another. Who got subbed on? I'm trying to, Listen to Andrew. If you're new, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV for everything Chelsea news, Chelsea content, vlogs, and more. I am fairly sure that Lewis, who you all love and adore, don't we all? Lewis is definitely at the game, and so expect to see a match day vlog from him. If you're wanting to see that, then obviously subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss out on that glorious content. Especially if we win. Johnny Minerals himself will be included in that as they went to the game together. Hopefully they're sat together, but I'm sure he'll be included at some point. They drove together up to Merseyside together, so expect to see some appearances from Johnny Minerals himself. Let's have it right and all that good stuff. The substitution, it was Yerry Mina, wasn't it, for Christ's sake? Played in, Dele Alli, who kicks it out for a goal kick. Very, very close there. As soon as I look away for 1 second. But a goal kick to Chelsea. So I'm just waiting for the mic to sort itself out. Koulibaly is down once again. I believe it's cramp. A lot of people asking for Broja to come on. Broja. Who knows? Potato. Fucking, you know. It's going to be a real tight finish to this game, I have a feeling. A lot of Everton fans fucking leaving. Or going to the Bulgar, I don't know. Broja's coming on, as is Cucurella for his debut. Broja for his debut as well. As your wish has been granted. Kai Havertz finally comes off after what has been rather a stinky game, to be honest. And who else will be coming off? Probably Reece James. Koulibaly. One new signing for another. Koulibaly off. Kai Havertz off. Mark Cucurella and Armando Broja comes on. It's not one man went to Mo just yet. Simon, thank you so much for following over on TikTok. I'm on all the social media profiles. Trust me. Chelsea Fans XI, the place to go. The most important one of all. YouTube.com/Chelsea Fans XI. The link is in the description. If you could subscribe over there. If you want to subscribe, more or less. I'm not going to force you. If you don't want to subscribe, then don't. But if you do, if you like what you've seen today, then by all means, it would be much appreciated if you would show the support and subscribe over there. I think 1,287 subscribers there now. Plenty of you following over on Instagram. Plenty of you following on TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff. If you want to hear my opinion on stuff throughout the days, Twitter, obviously Chelsea Fans XI as well. A little bit of a mess at the moment. Headed back, Pickford on the ball. We're drawing ever nearer to the end of this match. 15 minutes or so left in the game. With no doubt a few more minutes to play on top of that with the likes of Koulibaly, Mina, both coming off injured. How badly will we miss Koulibaly in the dying moments of this game? That is the question. He's done a lot for the team so far today in his debut in the Premier League. Someone giving it large to Pulisic, who blasted it into the stand. There is a Cucurella chant already. The under my umbrella fucking what's the name? It's class. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. By the way, the dog cat. What a picture that is! What an absolute. What I mean, it's a dog cat. I was going to say, what is that? But it's a dog cat. There's no other things that need to be said about it. Thank you so much for becoming a member of Chelsea Fan TV. Massively appreciated. Who do you think is winning the Golden Boot this season? I'm actually going to. I think Nunez is going to do so much better than a lot of people think he's going to do. You lot were clowning him so early in the preseason. He had an absolute stinker. It's got to be said. But I do think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. Albeit his goal today was very fucking lucky. It looked class initially, but it was complete luck. Strip Bear, what's going on? Simon, massive thanks to you. Man like Lewis. I know, I look a little different now over the summer. I don't think Nunez is a £100 million player. I'll say that much, but I do think he's going to bag a few goals this season, rather. If you want to become a member of Chelsea Fan TV, then next to the subscribe button, I believe, it does say join. It says join. If you wish to become a member and show your support that way, then by all means, click the join button next to the subscribe button and you will become a member, just like Dog Cat and many other people as well. Whilst you're at it, 631 likes. If you're down there, if you're scrolling about or whatever, amongst the description and subscribing to my YouTube channel, then 631 likes. If we get to at least 700 by the end of the game, that would be absolutely incredible for the first game of the season. Numbers that we've never seen before, last season at least. How do you become a member? You just click the join button under the video, or next to the subscribe button, at least on the computer. I'm not sure. Do you think Chelsea can make top 4? Absolutely. Not playing like this. Defensively, I think we can if we play like this. But attacking-wise, we need something. We need something. We're in dire need of something. Ronaldo, for me, is arguably the only quick fix, the only quick option. As I said earlier on, I think Ronaldo on a one-year loan would be fantastic. It benefits Man United. Well, it doesn't benefit Man United, but they get him off the books. Played through. Loftus-Cheek, he's fouled. Outside the box, and Mykolenko goes into the book. Koulibaly is not badly injured, I don't think. I think it's a spot of cramp. Sterling with a fantastic through ball nearly finds Loftus. Well, he finds Loftus-Cheek, who is fouled on the edge of the box. And Mykolenko goes into the book. Or it might have been Tarkovsky. I don't fucking know. It's Mykolenko. Second yellow card of the game goes once again to Everton. Apologies, I'm trying to look at all the comments. Cucurella over the ball here. He's only just come on. What a staple. It might well be. Cucurella steps over it and it's shot way over the bar by Reece James. Still 1-0. How, in your opinion, will Sterling perform for Chelsea this season? I mean, it has to be nothing short of what he's been doing for what he's done for Man City. We've got the quality, maybe not the quality that Man City have, and the cohesion as a team. But Sterling, being the creator that he is, I just feel like he has to perform. There's no. He can't not perform. He can't not play well. He's too proven in the Premier League for Liverpool, for Man City. An outstanding player in his own right. Here he is. Plays in Cucurella. Drilled long. Oh, it's drilled along the 6-yard box. Raheem Sterling surely with the tap in, and Mykolenko sends it wide with the deflection. It was headed for the bottom corner. Raheem Sterling started the routine, plays in Cucurella, basically triangle play, 1-2, buck on me shoe, and Mykolenko says, no, sir. No, sirree, Bob. Sends it out for a corner ball. Brohart is on. He's on. Crossed in by Reece James and comfortable save by Pickford, sorry. 645 likes on the stream. If you are new or if you haven't liked already, feel free to do so. If we can get to 700, I will stop asking for likes. And it will make Sammy happy. It will make Sammy very happy. So if you want to make Sammy happy, then 700 likes would be massive, massive, massive. Someone keeps asking a question about what do you think of Champions League in the middle of the season for Chelsea? Do you think they have a good chance of the Champions League? Champions League in the middle of the season? I'm not sure you mean the World Cup in the middle of the season, but there's a policeman on the pitch. Oh my God. Thoughts to the family and all that. Thoughts, I hope the guy's all right or the girl's all right. There is a medical emergency in the stands at another Chelsea game. This is like the fourth game. The fourth game. 3 last season, 1 already in the first game of the season. I don't know what happened. I'm not saying this as if it's an annoying thing. I'm just saying it's strange. It's just strange. A medical emergency. A policeman just ran on the pitch. Five minutes left of the game, and no doubt there will be additional time, especially with this incident now ongoing. Not really receiving any sort of update as to what's going on, but there's a policeman's arse right in our face there. Gives Thomas Tuchel and Frank Lampard at the same time a chance to give any last-minute team talks to get to G up the team to get this result over the line. Get those 3 points in the bag for the first time in 5 years. Chelsea, of course, haven't won away to Everton at Goodison Park since 2017. In March of 2017. Is it particularly hot in London right now? It is 23 degrees, sunny, very little clouds. But in my office right now, it is boiling. There's very little ventilation in this place, but the noise is so loud outside, being a main road, that I'd rather sweat. I'm not even going to ask for likes in this awkward time. Hopefully the person's okay. Bit more chilled out, but not been hot today. Oh, but been hot today. Yeah, it's been quite hot here, to be honest with you. The stoppage at the moment is a medical emergency in the stands. I think the play is going to continue any minute now. The referee has the ball in his hand. Craig Pawson, I think, is the referee. But again, this is like the fourth game that I can think of where Chelsea have been involved and the refs had to stop the game for a medical emergency in the stands. Watford and a few other games as well. We've now had injury time added on for Koulibaly, Yerry Mina, medical emergency in the stands. The play does continue. That said, what 3 teams do you think will be relegated this season? Bournemouth, Southampton. I'm forgetting someone relatively obvious, I think. I don't think Fulham will get relegated this time. I know Bournemouth won today, to be fair. So, I don't know. Everton, I don't think Everton are getting relegated. I think they're going to be sorted this season. Southampton are going to get relegated. They're my absolute certainty to get relegated this season. If you're going to put a bet on anyone, it's going to be them. Nottingham Forest didn't do too well today against Newcastle. I think Aston Villa could be in trouble this season as well, to be honest with you. Obviously, Carney coming to Chelsea. And I'm sure they will notice his absence, or at least in the future, what he could have been at Aston Villa. Cucurella with the cross, gets it in, and shots. Goes well wide. And although it says there's 2 minutes to go of the game, 666, the amount of likes. Let's try and get rid of that. Classic Mitrovic today. I'd said this. Everyone said that Mitrovic would be not the player that everyone thought, well, not the player he was last year because he's now back in the Premier League, but scoring a brace against Liverpool, bagging a penalty, winning a penalty against Liverpool against all odds, and sending Van Dijk for a hot dog in the process. It's beautiful. Beautiful. You love to see it. Headed. Chance here. Crossed in. Back post. Gordon's there. Defended well by Loftus-Cheek. And the ball played away. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Boys and girls, we're also nearly at 700 likes. 25 likes away from 700. And then I will that's it. I'll never ask again in this stream, at least. You guys are underestimating Southampton. Every season they pick up a good form to give them enough points to place around 16th to 12th. They always start their season like shit, but always become better, says Zoo. I don't know. How long can they ride their luck for? That's the question. I do not see Southampton boding very well this season. I think their time is coming. It's a team that I prefer not to be honest. 10 minutes of added time. Goodness gracious. Ay. I don't have enough minutes on the clock to have it go to 100 minutes. I can try and quickly look for one because otherwise, I mean, what's the actual time? Why is it not there? Why does it say full time? But honestly, stay. That's an eternity. I know. Oh, it's fucking going up in hours. I can't be asked. Well, I'll just keep counting out the minutes when they go by. 700 likes on the first live watch along of the season. Can you believe it? Numbers. I'm fairly sure we're actually. I know I said I wouldn't ask for more, but if it's anything close to what I was for the Udinese live stream, I will try and commentate on the game as well. But you love to see it. The hard work is paying off. The hard work is paying off. But 91 and 40 seconds on the clock. There's no need for such a high-pitched what's the name? Apologies, I am just checking one thing. Live watch along. There. 725 likes I got on the Udinese stream a couple of days ago. If we can get to 725, then I'll be happy. I'm already very happy. It's a fantastic first stream. Thiago Silva now down, holding his hamstring with 8 minutes to go. Still, you know, we will go through the performances of all the players following the game. Thiago Silva back up on his feet and commanding as he usually does. Muchas gracias, afición. That's one thing as well. I've slightly been a Ronaldo fan my whole life, at Real Madrid anyway, not at Man United. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. But you're a liar. You're a liar. An actress. If you say that you do not want Ronaldo to play for Chelsea at one point in your life, I'm sorry. It's just one of the top 2 players to ever play the sport. You don't want Ronaldo at Chelsea. I mean, Jesus Christ. Lucianne Scott, fantastic to see you back in the streams once again. Thank you so much. A fantastic start indeed. A fantastic start indeed. I do not speak Spanish. How many minutes left? 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. Yes, I wanted Ronaldo, but not right now. In the chat, if you are a Chelsea fan, which most of you are, I would assume, Sterling here looks for the over the route. Broha, I don't think Bro just touched the ball, to be completely honest with you. So there's not really much to go. We are on 719 likes, 6 likes away from matching the Udinese stream I did a couple of days ago in pre-season. Wishing you a great Chelsea fan season. Thank you so much. It's been a great start to the season. Hopefully you guys will join me throughout the entire season. A lot of you won't know who I am, I'm sure. There's more of you than ever before. But if you are new, my name is Harry, by the way, in case you don't know. And if you're thinking, who the fuck is that guy? I'm here for the whole season. I was here all last season as well. So strap yourselves in. We're in for a bumpy ride. Hopefully not too bumpy. I look forward to going the full way with you guys. Sounded right in my head. I'm looking forward to going the full season with you guys this season and having a few laughs, a few jokes along the way. Hopefully some celebrations here and there as well, whether that be lifting the trophy. Chelsea could be coming in for another goal here. So apologies, I was trying to get the time to go. That's how many minutes have been added on, by the way. 10 minutes were added on. Yerry Mina went off injured. Koulibaly went off injured. And Thiago Silva was down. That was after the added time. And there was a medical emergency in the crowd. So the 10 minutes added time is for such reasons. 734 likes on the stream. Boys and girls, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Massively appreciated. And again, it's a pleasure as always, and it'll be a pleasure this season. I hope it's not going to be a stinky season. hopefully we can enjoy. If you're looking at the clock and thinking, how's there only 6 minutes gone? That's how many added time, how many added minutes have been played of the 10. My clock doesn't go up to 100 minutes. I'm going to have to try and sort that out. It only goes up to 95. Played in! Oh! I've got to say, I haven't had to raise my voice more than 5 times today. That's a telltale sign that it's not been an incredibly intense game. Thiago Silva injured at the opening game. You should be careful. We Brazilians need him in the World Cup. Bro just started well. Yeah, I mean, he's done... I can't lie. I don't think he's even touched the ball, has he? Pulisic looking to cause an issue here. Pickford's outside the box. Intercepted by Pulisic. Brought to the ground. He continues. Brilliant play by Captain America. Here, why are you blowing the whistle there? Unbelievable. He's brought it back. A booking, but I do not understand. Pulisic was away there. Not away, but you know what I mean. He was in with a chance. Mason Holgate put in the book. He's mugged Pickford. He's fouled by Holgate. He gets up. Play continues. Play the advantage. I don't get it. Pulisic could have let, let fly. Jorginho, the goal scorer today, has had his final moments of this game. And Conor Gallagher finally comes on today. I'm not sure he'll be too happy that he's being used as a time waster, but still. Excuse me if you could hear that. Jesus Christ. Oh. Thiago Silva, man of the match. You're just joining now. You've got a minute to go, my friend. Conor Gallagher fouled there. Oh, but a foul. Free kick's given the other way. A minute to go for Everton to grab something back. If they do that now, with 100 minutes played, I will cry. I will cry. There's no amount of likes that will stop me from crying. It's got to be said. 751 likes though on the stream. 800 by the end of the stream. Who knows? Who knows? We will go through some of the player ratings after the game. But it is a matter of 15 seconds to go. Thrown in. Cleared away. Sterling wins the ball. A free kick's given. I don't really get why. One last chance for Everton here. Booking for Sterling. I'm not going to even update the thing. There's no point. Oh, Cucurella, sorry, in the book. Not Sterling. Fantastic first appearance for Cucurella in the book already. Last chance for Everton. They play it forwards. Headed and a comfortable save from Mendy. Surely now. Thomas Tuchel gets the 3 points. There we go, boys and girls. The full-time whistle goes, and it is Jesus Christ. Chelsea 1, Everton 0 on the opening game of the season. Chelsea have finally ended the curse at Goodison Park after 5 long years. Fantastic performances from Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Raheem Sterling. Pretty good performance from him. Cucurella came on towards the end of the second half. Inclusions from Brozier came on, Gallagher came on. Not a great performance, but not a terrible. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, boys and girls. It was not the most convincing. It has got to be said. Bear with me for just 2 seconds while we switch over to a little something like this. And we will go through the all-important player ratings. If you wish to stay around for that, of course, you're more than welcome to leave. Thank you so much for watching. If you have done all of this time, thank you so much for the likes, the subscriptions. Again, if you haven't followed myself on any of my personal social media profiles, then it's Chelsea Fans XI. The link is in the description, my YouTube channel. If you are leaving, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. But for those of you that are staying, we will get into the player ratings in just 1 second. A little bit of a different little something for you here in terms of how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Bear with me. I'm trying to do a little something here. Believe me, trust in the process. Trust in the process. All right, hang on. It's all gonna be worthwhile in the end. Trust me. Hopefully. Look at that. Look at that. Boys and girls, welcome to the post show. We're here, we're there. I don't know why I've got that open. Allow me to just quickly. This is the part of the show where we get our, you get your views in as to, I'm going to move myself actually, as to what player ratings and all that good stuff. Transform. Horizontal. No. Vertical. No. What the fuck? It's okay. I'll just go there for Christ's sake. There we go. I've still got you somehow. A lot of you have actually chosen to stay. Let's go through some of the comments so far as we before we go into the ratings for this matchup. Defense was good. However, I think Cucurella has to start next time. Same with Gallagher. We need more energy, says Samad. Thank you so much for your views on that. Cucurella, I think he was a bit more intense in his play style than Chilwell was. But then again, he did win the penalty that led to the goal that won us today's game. For fuck's sake. We will lose to Spurs. Kante still not playing well, says Dane. Never understood the hype about Havertz. So far, I mean, it's got to be said, he's not had the best of games. Not a fantastic game from him. That is for sure. A few more. Why not Gallagher? Jorginho plays like an old man. And there we go. Silva masterclass is all that needs to be said, to be honest with you. Are we all agreed that Silva was the man of the match today? I think it's got to be, it's got to be said. I mean, the man himself, look at that. Just an absolute mwah, mwah. You love him. Just come here. Fucking love you. It's got to be a 10. A 10 for the man himself. Mr. Thiago Silva. Mendy, between the sticks, didn't have too bad of a game. He had a little bit of, sketchy moments from time to time. Not the most commanding of performances. He had that but that situation where Thiago Silva left the ball and expected Mendy to come out and he was calling for it. But all the same, we got out of it in the end. And Adrian, thank you so much, man. Every graphic you see, by the way, designed by yours truly. This is all from me. So I appreciate the compliment. And I'm glad you appreciate the effort that I put into these streams. Whether you find me funny, whether you know who I am, you will know me by the end of the season. That's all I'll say. Mitcham is Chelsea. Also, Reece James looked awful today. Not the best of performances from him. I will give Mendy a 7. Is that harsh? I feel like 7's not a bad. It's not a bad rating, to be completely honest. I think it's actually not generous. It's what he deserves. Azpilicueta, probably a 6. We'll start with a 6, unless I can be convinced otherwise. I think Azpilicueta with a 6. He let the ball go a few times, nearly led to a goal once or twice. Thiago Silva had to make up for the issues. I know he's got a new 2-year deal and all that sort of stuff, but at the same time, it's could be curtains for your boy Azpilicueta. A 6. It's the first game of the season. We're not going to be too harsh on anyone. Azpilicueta, he wasn't bad. He wasn't great. He was just Azpilicueta, I think. So a 6 for him. We'll get to Koulibaly in a minute. Reece James, I think we're going to put 7 to start with. We could go higher. We could go lower. I doubt we're going to go higher. I am listening to chat. Aspi was a 4, 7, 6. People are saying 6. Okay, we'll go to a 7. We'll go to a 7. I do think it's a little bit generous. 6.5 for Reece. See, this is the thing. You lot think that Reece James played worse than Azpilicueta. Is this what I'm seeing? Is this what I'm hearing? Played awful. All right, 5. 5 or a 6. Someone said 3. A 3 for James. All right, man. All right. 5.5, 6. We'll go 5.5 for James. He very rarely, if ever, got the ball off to a Chelsea player. The distribution was not fantastic from him. Not muy bueno. It's safe to say that. Tottenham are far better than Chelsea. I hope they get soft. All right. N'Golo Conte, I feel like he had a decent game. Certainly much better than Azpilicueta and Reece James. A lot of people weren't sure about Kante throughout all of last season. I personally think 7 or 8, maybe even 9 for Kante. We'll start with a 7.5 because I don't think he deserves to be any less than that. A lot of 8s, 8.5s, 9s. We'll go with an 8. An 8, 9, 7.5. The numbers, they keep varying. 8s. We'll go with 8. I think we'll go with 8. Safe to say, Kante, solid performance from him, especially in comparison to performances last season. Jorginho, you've got to put the goal on top as a tax, I suppose. We're now talking about Jorginho, so by all means, get your numbers in. 7, 6 or 7, an 8. Lots of varying opinions here. Jorginho, no, I mean the goal, fantastic. Again, not convincing in his finishing. I mean, it went in. It couldn't be more to the post if he tried. But needless to say, he scored. He scored. So a 7 for Jorginho is what I think the consensus. Maybe even 7.5, but I'm seeing a lot of 6s. So we'll balance it out. We'll give him a 7 for Jorginho. And now on to Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell now, obviously back from injury, out for most of the season. And what's to say? He didn't have a terrible game. Cucurella came on and pretty much brought that left-hand side to life in the short amount of time that he was on. That being said, Chilwell did win the penalty with that storming run. A lot of people saying 6. He was mid, 6.5. Diver. a 9, a 5, 7, 6, 5, 5.5. I've got to say, I'm seeing a lot of maybe like 6 or 7s. We'll give him a 6.5. I feel like that's being generous for the most part. I don't think he had too bad of a game. He definitely looks rusty. I don't think he's 100% fit. I think it's safe to say that it's we'll see. We'll see how he fares the rest of the season. We all watch very different games. I know. I'm just following what the viewers are saying because yeah. 10 for Koulibaly. We'll go on to Koulibaly next. What do you lot reckon? At the very least a 9. At the very least a 9. Sad that he had to go off, albeit it's probably just with a little knock in terms of cramp. Nothing too much to be worried about. It's one of the only things that age is going to be an issue with for a lot of Thiago Silva and Koulibaly's year. I feel like we are just scratching the surface of the Kalidou Koulibaly era. I feel like he's going to do absolutely brilliant for the club, if anything is to go off of his performance here today. So I think, honestly, we're seeing a lot of 10s, a lot of 9s, a lot of 9.5s, 9.5 for the man, Kalidou Koulibaly. And the only reason he's not a 10 is because man of the match, Thiago Silva, is the number 10 here today. Moving on, Mason Mount. I feel like he was a little bit elusive today, not in a good way. He was not very present in the game. Passing wasn't fantastic. Crossing, it just, it just didn't seem to lead anywhere apart from straight to the feet of an Everton player or an Everton defender or Pickford's hands, to be honest. Seeing a lot of 6s. 5, 6, 2, 6. An average performance. Not a bad performance, but in terms of Mason Mount, I will say it was a bad performance in his sort of day-to-day, if you're going off of like previous performances off by him. I think a 6 is about right. Not bad, but not a good performance by Mason Mount by any means. I'm sure Mr. Johnny Minerals will have something to say about that. He was out of the game for the whole first half. I know, yeah, he just wasn't fantastic. Another new signing, Raheem Sterling. Where do we see Mr. Raheem Sterling fitting into the scheme of performance today in terms of his score? His first game for the Blues in a competitive game. He scored, of course, in the Udinese game, the last preseason game before the season started. Our best attacker of the day says it's disappeared. It's completely gone. But someone said best attacker in Raheem Sterling. I'm seeing a lot of 9s, a lot of 8s, a lot of 7s. I feel like he just needs to gel. He just needs to be a bit more cohesive with the team, fit into the team, learn the role, learn the style of play, whatever that is. And I do sense that it's going to be a good season for Raheem Sterling. And if it isn't, I will be rather disappointed given his record in the Premier League. He's a proven Premier League player, proven England player. I mean, a good performance from him is the very, very least we should be asking for. Only 9s and 8s are 2 defenders. I mean, it's not a convincing performance by any of the players overall. To be honest with you, I'll give. I just feel like it's a bit generous to give him an 8. 7.5 for Raheem Sterling. I'm being critical here. I'm also taking a lot of what you guys are saying. His strength was poor. I'll give him an 8 because it's his debut, you know? So Raheem Sterling with an 8. And last but not least, for the starting 11 players, Kai Havertz. Surely the lowest rated player on the pitch. I just do not understand what on earth his purpose is on the pitch. Even when the ball is played to him, I just don't see where he's supposed to be. What is he doing? I just don't get what he thinks he's doing on the pitch. Lots and lots of low ratings for him. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Kai Havertz. I do think the Porto tax on his, the Porto goal tax has expired. I think we need to be a bit more critical of the German in this season. Lots and lots of low reviews here for him. I think a 3. I think a 3. You know, I do think a 3. If we're being critical. Well, I was generous to Sterling and went from a 7.5 to an 8, but there's no room for improvement. There's loads of room for improvement in Kai Havertz's game if he's going to play as this false 9 player. Havertz is not a false 9 player; he's just false. A 5. A 3, I think a 3.5. We'll be generous and give him a 3.5. Sue says 3 is generous. A 4, I'm just seeing. You know what? I'm going to stick with my guns. A 3 for Kai Havertz. And there we go. There is your ratings for these particular players. We will kind of just briefly go over what some of the other players who came on as substitutes brought to the game. Cucurella, of course, the last signing we've had so far in this transfer window before. I mean, we've still got a month to go, but our most recent signing in Cucurella. Nothing really to complain about. A needless yellow card, but he took one for the team. I think Cucurella. There's not much to go off of because he didn't play for that long, but I do think he had a better performance than a lot of the people that were on for the whole game. Would he have got a better rating than Chilwell? Probably. Chilwell has a bit of a scapegoat sort of situation going on here, that he hasn't played all of last season for the most part. I also stand by what I said, or what I've been thinking, is that Cucurella shouldn't be starting this game because he's only signed just over 24 hours before this game was scheduled to be played. He needs to settle in, learn everyone's name, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? He needs to get back into it. But then you could argue that Chilwell needs to kind of break into the team again, because he is rusty. So our left back position is up for grabs. It's safe to say. Chilwell by no means is. He didn't have a bad game. Not the best game he's ever had for Chelsea. That is for sure. But a fairly average performance from him. He did win the penalty, as we said, and he is still recovering. So you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. If you're thinking that he's not good anymore, you've clearly forgotten what Ben Chilwell brings to the team. He was absolutely fantastic for us since he's joined in the games that he has played. So next player, Gallagher, didn't really see him. He was on for a minute, so we can skip over that one. Kovacic didn't come on. Loftus-Cheek, I actually think he did pretty well. I actually think Loftus-Cheek did fairly well for the time that he was on. A much better, a more stronger, more well-rounded Ruben Loftus-Cheek that we haven't seen for a while. Consistently. So that's the key word here. Consistently, I think Loftus-Cheek, if he can play like that, I reckon he can save his place in the team. Not necessarily starting 11, but as a start, as a bench player. He could very well come back into the starting 11, but I mean, there's much more competition. De Jong could be coming in at some point. So, you know, there's so much competition for a lot of these positions. Still, listen, if you haven't liked the stream already, we are officially very close to 800 likes, 799 on the stream. for the first game of the season. Hopefully, you guys can keep up the good work in that regard for the whole season. Thank you so much. Christian Pulisic, I thought didn't have too bad of a game. Too bad of a game at all. Could have come on a bit sooner. I actually didn't really think he needed to come on. But the fucking, what's it called? What's the haircut he's got? What's the haircut he's got? The thing with the mullet. He's got the mullet, or whatever the fuck that is on his head. He's got a weasel on his head. Pulisic, I'd give a solid 7 to. I don't think he really played that bad. He looked sharp as Naman. Sorry if I've butchered your name there, but Mr. Singh has got it right. I think he looked sharp. Captain America, again, a player that lacks consistency. He is one of the players that doesn't really see, himself in the fold for Chelsea. And I mean, he started as a substitute today. There's no way he's starting over Sterling. Mount was always going to start because he's obviously such a critical player for Chelsea. Who's my haircut? Oh, I was going to say, calm down. Coming for me. No, I know what you mean. Pulisic's haircut is atrocious. It really is. Brozier, again, I will be completely clear. I don't think, I can't really remember him touching the ball at any point in the game when he came on. That's not to say he didn't have a bad game, that he did have a bad game. That's not to say he had a good game. His runs, certainly there. But he certainly needs a full 90 minutes to be able to be completely criticised or judged on. So I honestly think Brozier needs to start the game next game against Tottenham. It's a big game. It's a big game next Sunday. Can he rise to the occasion? Havertz shouldn't start the next game. I know it's only been one game, but if he plays like that against Tottenham, we're not going to fucking win. It's as simple as that. We need someone who can actually score. And Havertz, after that game, I'm not willing to risk him start the game against Tottenham if he's going to play like that. Brozier, I'd rather give him a full chance to actually get his point across. We've kept him for a reason. Kovacic came on, did he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who did Jorginho go on? No, Jorginho went off for Gallagher. But yeah, Brozier, he absolutely needs to start. It's a huge game on Sunday against Tottenham. Of course, of which we will be bringing you all the coverage. We're going to have a preview come out. We're going to have a pre-match video package that I'm going to put together. Hopefully, if any of you are here to see that at the beginning of the game, be sure to be here when the stream starts, because there's little bits here and there that you might want to see. But yeah, Brozier, not a performance that we can really judge at this point. But again, boys and girls, we have come to the end of this stream. It's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring this game to you. And I'm just trying to make sure that the sound quality doesn't go to shit. Yeah. Listen, upcoming games. Tottenham on Sunday. I will be releasing my own preview video for the build-up to that game. I'm sure that Lewis or someone will be releasing a preview video over on Chelsea Fan TV, of which you're watching right now. So be sure to subscribe, hit the like button and all that good stuff, and the bell notification. Then it's off to Ellen Road, and then to Stamford Bridge once again to face Leicester on the 27th of August, and then to face the Saints at St Mary's on the 30th, the second to last day, the penultimate day of August. Bear with me before you all leave. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification on your way out. It would be massively appreciated. And last but not least, if you haven't already, the link is in the description to my personal YouTube channel, of which I will be producing or releasing a preview video for every single game. So if you care about my opinion, you probably don't. But if you care about my opinion at all, or you've just found out about me, then be sure to come and join my YouTube channel and hear what I have to say about the upcoming game and all the upcoming games for the remainder of the season. Twitch, hopefully we can get the Twitch streams up and running. I will be doing gaming streams from time to time, FIFA and a few other games as well. We'll do some transfers, some career mode, all that good stuff. Instagram, there is plenty of edits and also uploads to there. Twitter, if you want to hear my opinion on anything that's going on and all things Chelsea, all things football, then Twitter is also a place to go to. TikTok as well. My reactions will be uploaded there. And YouTube, again, the most important one of all. If you would please help me get to 1,500 or 1,500 subscribers very, very soon. That would be massively appreciated. Again, I will be putting out a preview video very, very shortly. Well, at some point this week, sorry. But again, hang on. I will leave you with this. Thank you so much for watching. I'm fucking struggling here with what is of you that are left. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the likes, all the support, all the fantastic interaction. The mic's gone. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much for all the interaction, all the support and everything like that. I look forward to seeing you in the next stream and throughout the entire year. Have a blessed rest of your weekend, and I will see you for the Spurs game next Sunday and on my preview during the week. Goodbye. I love you all.